Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brenton Brown from Forza Tuning and Performance. And obviously behind me is the 2020 Dream Giveaway Widebody Charger Hellcat that we're doing the 1,000 horsepower Stage 4R package on for some lucky winner. So we get a lot of questions as far as like, how do we win the car? Where do we enter at? So real easy. All you do is go to dreamgiveaway.com. As soon as you get on there, you're gonna see the car and you can enter to win very, very easily. So if you want to win more chances for free, all you got to do is use our promo code. It's on the screen or in the description below. Use that. Hopefully that helps you give you a better chance to win this awesome car, and good luck. So now, without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Okay, so we've got the headers all wrapped up. We've got the Stage 8 fasteners all on, the clips are on, plugs have been changed, coil packs are back on. So the top of the engine is basically ready for the supercharger to come in. So we got something super cool for that. What we're else gonna do, we're gonna put an aftermarket heat exchanger on the front from Widebody. It's a 2-inch thick core. It works super good. So on a stock system, this is all you have on a regular Hellcat to cool the supercharger. So it's a little bit different than the Demon and the Red Eye. It's still really effective, but what we'll do is we'll keep this and then we'll add a 2-inch thick core. We'll show you that later on with the install. We're gonna put the lowering springs on, so we'll take the front suspension apart, take the struts out, put those on, pull the drive shaft out, and then we're gonna drop the entire rear cradle out of the car to put all the new suspension arms on, the springs in the back. Then we'll be pretty close to being done. We're just waiting on the supercharger, and then we'll put the front bumper on at the very end. So overall, we're doing pretty good. I feel like we're on schedule, we're making good progress. So it's time to get back to work. So I've got this a little bit taken apart, not for anything we're doing on this one, but we're getting ready to release 2 aftermarket Hellcat heat exchangers. There's gonna be a 44 millimeter thick and a 54 millimeter. So actually I just used this car since we had it here to test fit the final prototype. So we'll be releasing these in probably the next 6 weeks with production versions. So we'll do a video on those when they actually come out, but I was using this car to test fit. We're putting in this aftermarket heat exchanger from Widebody. It's got a 2-inch thick core. So we just have to trim this plastic a little bit. We don't want to trim any more than we have to, because as the air comes through here, it hits this and forces it through the heat exchanger. So we don't want to lose any of that, but we do have to clearance it a little bit. So just kind of have this sitting up in here. I put the brackets on already, and it's kind of just hanging here. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So once we trim this away, we'll be able to push it back and center it. It just gets 2 holes drilled through here with self-tappers, and then the bottom mounts into the bottom of the brace that's underneath the radiator. Pretty easy. And then we'll tie it in with the heat exchanger pump over there in a minute. We'll use a silicone hose for high heat.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Okay, everybody, so we got everything up here wrapped up except for the blower, so we're gonna wait and put the bumper on at the very end. Heat exchanger's all done. You can see it down there. It'll be where the lower grill is located. Did some slight trimming here, silicone hose. If you're ever using silicone hose, make sure that you use the lined hose clamps, okay? They don't let the silicone come through the little cuts. So other than that, we're done. So we're gonna move to the back. We've already taken the drive shaft out, and we're gonna lower the rear subframe out of the car and change out all the control arms. Some of the suspension arms, it's easier to take off with the subframe in the car. So like the lower trailing arms, we take those off. Suspension hanging down, it's harder to get to the lower caliper bolt. So we just drop those, take those off, take the brake calipers off, take the rotors off. So right now we have the rear toe links loose. The struts are loose on both sides, or the shocks rather. I'll go ahead and break these arms loose, put that table underneath there, and we'll lower the car down and we'll get it, all jigged up, and then we'll raise the car up and take the main subframe bolts out, and we'll change the rest of the arms out. Well, I don't know where they put all the wood at. I have to call Logan.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, where are all the those short pieces of 4x4 wood that we had? Just like
There's no
2
4
by.
by 4. I know what you're talking about, the 4x4s.
Yeah.
If anything, be in the back room. Other than that, that's the last place that I've seen them, because I remember cutting them. Remember, I did it for some. I don't remember what.
I looked in the back room. I don't see. They were right here by the shelf, like as soon as you walk in. But now it looks like somebody's reorganized it.
I don't think we would though.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll look around. See you, man.
Bye, man.
Bye. Missing 4x4 pieces. No. Not in there. I'll just cut some. So all I'm doing is just bracing the differential against the table. Once I get it down, you'll be able to see better. It's just easier to do it that way.
Is gonna be here for life. Stay 6 feet apart, everybody.
As far as the build process, we are basically almost done. So we have done everything under the engine compartment except for the supercharger installation. Everything up front is ready to put the bumper on. You see it sitting over there. We've already dropped the entire rear cradle out. We've done a little tutorial on the billet rear suspension arms that we do. We've already got the drive shaft installed. The exhaust is ready to be bolted back on. So just real quick recap, you can look under here and see all the billet suspension arms that are on. Everything is torque to spec. You will see a lot of stuff, these paint marks, these are all intentional. Every single thing on the car that we touch, and even things that we do not touch, gets torque checked from the factory. Even though this is a brand new car, we go front to back and torque check every single thing. Reason being is it's just standard protocol here, because not every car that comes in here is new. And it's still not 100% sure that somebody at the factory didn't accidentally leave something loose. When these cars leave here, they have a lot more horsepower than stock, and we do not want anybody having any safety issues or something coming loose. So we paint mark everything, and we didn't originally come up with this design. I wish I could say that I did, but car manufacturers do this all the time. They have for years. And it's just a real quick visual reference to tell, number one, if a torque wrench has not been on it, it does not get paint marked. After the torque wrench has been on it, it does. And we just put a reference line. And you can see these everywhere. And what it does is it's a real quick and easy way to just scan the underneath of the car and make sure that nothing has backed off. So if you're gonna take this car just for a maintenance check, or if you're gonna take it to go run at the track or something, instead of physically getting a torque wrench out and checking every single bolt on the car every single time, that's not really feasible. Stuff is gonna get overlooked. Somebody's not gonna wanna go through all that. Well, this way you can put it up or get underneath the car and just scan through visually and tell if everything's tight or if anything's come loose. So you're gonna see this everywhere. We already put the drive shaft in, so I'll just show you real quick here. If you look underneath here, you're gonna see every single bolt has been referenced with a paint mark. Same on the back side of the drive shaft, literally everything, the brake caliper bolts. And that's just small attention to detail and gives the customer a peace of mind that it's been done correctly. And then it gives us peace of mind that we've checked everything thoroughly, and you know, it's just the way we do every single car here. So now that the back is done, the drive shaft is in, the exhaust is ready to go back on. The only really thing back here that we haven't done is the differential brace. And I wanted to talk specifically about this for a couple reasons. I want to show you all how to install it, and I want to highlight a new product that has just been released. So the differential brace is made by Performance Development. A guy named Bray over there, he owns that company. He does a phenomenal job and puts a ton of effort into R&D on making the absolute best product for these cars. He has just come up with a brace for the front of the rear differential. So I'm gonna show it to you. It's on his website, available soon. This is actually the very first one, and it's going on the Dream giveaway car. So we're gonna show it to you, highlight it, what it does, and how to install it. It's very easy to install. And I'll show you structurally and engineering-wise why it works and why it's important. This is an incredibly strong and durable platform. So let's go ahead and proceed on. I'm gonna show you how to install it. Okay guys, we got this buttoned up. Next, I'm gonna have Logan and Daniel put the exhaust on, and then we'll be ready to put the front bumper on. Then the only thing we're waiting on is this supercharger, which should be in any day, and I can't wait to show you all this. It's gonna be crazy looking. So make sure you stay tuned, and that'll be coming real soon. See you guys later.